The presentation is about to start. For those of you who can't see me, you can look up at the screen and then you can see exactly what I'm saying. Are we okay there? All right. Okay. Please, I would like to ask, where are we from? Australia. Everybody is from Australia. Wow. And how long have you been here in Germany?
1 day.
1 day. 1 day. Okay. Are you enjoying your trip?
Yes.
Good. So the presentation is about to start, and unfortunately, I have to tell you that it's going to be in German. No? Okay. I'm going to do it in English. All right. So first and foremost, I would say welcome to the Black Forest. My name is Gregory, and I will be telling you about the history of clock making here in the Black Forest and how cuckoo clocks are being made. But to start with, I would like to show you a replica of the first clock that was made here in the year 1640. It's a clock that is completely made out of wood. As you can see here in my hand, it has got 3 wooden cogwheels inside serving as mechanism. It has got a stone for a weight, and on top, a single beam balance, which is used to adjust the speed of the clock. And if you look very closely, you would see that it has got just one hand, which means that people back then would have to do a bit of guessing to know exactly what the time is. Would anybody like to give it a try? Can someone please tell me what time you think it is? 2:35, 2:40, 2:20, 2:10. Okay. All right, I will take 2:10 because if you look closely, you would see that it has the 2-hour mark here, and underneath this dot would have been the 30-point mark, which means that here in the middle, it should be around 2:15, 2:10. It is not so accurate. That means that you could ask your boss for overtime payment at work and he wouldn't know. It is a first generation clock, which means that you would have to wind it up at least twice every day to keep the clock running. It had no cuckoo sounds, no music, nothing. But over time, in the 1700s, approximately 50 years later, appeared in Germany what is known as shield clock with painted faces, which is inspired by French culture. But these now have 2 metal weights, a pendulum, and much more accurate than its predecessor because it has 2 hands, an hour and a minute hand. But what is most important with this era is that for the first time, you have the introduction of the cuckoo bird, which comes out once every half hour, but on the hour, it will count the time. So now it's 6 o'clock, 6 times, 7 o'clock, 7 times, and so on. But also in this era of shield clocks, cuckoo birds were not the only highlight. You can see here I have a special shield clock, but instead of a cuckoo bird, inside there is a man working hard in his workshop, and behind him stands his lady. But guess what? She has got something like this in her hands. So let's see how she encourages him to cater for her needs.
We should do that in real life.
Things have not changed so much, right? Unfortunately for him, it's 7 o'clock, so 7 times on the head. And this clock is also known as the mother-in-law clock. Yes. So the first cuckoo clock with carvings appeared around 1860, and this was the time that trains started coming here in the Black Forest. They were popularly known as train station clocks because you would mostly find them in train stations. As you can see, this clock has a depiction of carvings for railway lines, and back then, the idea was that you could stand anywhere in the train station and know around what time your train would depart or arrive. So over time, more carvings started to appear on cuckoo clocks like these ones you find here. And these carvings would take around 6 to 8 weeks to complete. And these carvings were also made by locals of the Black Forest, usually during the long winter period, when the snow levels were epic heights and they didn't have anything else to do. So hence they would make clocks in order to sustain themselves and, you know, of course, keep their mother-in-law happy. So let's see how these clocks are being made. The first step would be the selection of the wood. The wood that is usually used is called birch wood or lime wood or linden wood, as is popularly known here in Germany. It's a very soft wood that needs about 4 years of preparation. By that I mean you need about 4 years to dry the wood before any sort of carvings can start. And when the wood is dried, the next step would be to start cutting. To do the cutting, the first step will be you place a stencil on the face of the wood, spray the shape, and then you cut. And this is the only part of the clock making process where machines are used. That and also the making of this basic house casing. Machines are used. Every other thing is done by hand using over 40 different tools and chisels like the ones I have here in my hand. But sometimes the most beautiful carvings, like these ones you find here, are done by those who use special tools, like this.
Oh,
You know what that is for, right?
yeah.
For inspiration. So with some very good inspiration, you have good carvings like this. And still yet, in this area of the Black Forest, we have over 40 to 45 families that are still doing these carvings today, with a skill set passed from generation to generation. And not all carvings are done by one family. Every family have a special carving that they do. So some families will be specialized in doing just a deer head. Other families may be specialized in doing just the front face of the clock, while another family will be specialized in doing the top decoration. And when this is all done, they would send these carvings to a local assembly point, which in our case here is Titis in Neustadt, about 20 kilometers from here, and everything will be placed and assembled together with this basic housing. So from one family comes the front decoration and is placed here, and from the second family, top decoration. And this is how the front face of a small cuckoo clock may look like. But it's not yet finished, because what is a cuckoo clock, or what is a clock without the internal working systems of the clock? And that brings us to the mechanisms. So all mechanical clocks have 4 different types of mechanisms, like the ones you see here in my hand. So here we have a 1-day mechanism, and here we have a 1-week mechanism, both without music. And if you notice, there's a difference between these two at the edges and the ones in the middle. Here we have a 1-day mechanism with this part, and a 1-week mechanism with this part. Can you please tell me what these parts are for? Do you have any idea?
For the dance.
Exactly, for the music and for the dancing people. So these 2 mechanisms have music and dancing people. But now, how do you tell them apart? You tell them apart by the size of the weights. So all our mechanical clocks are powered by the weights. So when you find a mechanical clock with 2 small weights like these, so that means that they are daily clocks without music. When you find mechanical clocks with 2 big weights like these, that means that they are weekly clocks without music. But then when you find a mechanical clock with 3 weights, that means the 3rd weight would be powering the music. 1 weight powers the movement of the bird. The 2nd weight would power the movement of the clock itself, and the 3rd weight will be for the music and for the dancing people. So if you find a mechanical clock with just 2 weights, that means it doesn't have music or dancing people, unless if it is a battery-powered clock, because battery-powered clocks would have 2 weights, but they are purely decorative because they are made out of wood or plastic, but then they have music included in them. So the next thing I would like to show you would be how the music is produced in the clock. So all our mechanical clocks have in them a music box, right? And the music engraved in them is 2 melodies, Edelweiss and Happy Wanderer. I'm going to play it now for you, but it's not usually very loud. Can you hear it? No. So, But watch what happens when I put it in here.
Resonance.
Wow.
Big difference, huh? Do you know why?
Resonance.
Why?
Resonance. So you close your resonance.
Because it's made in Germany, that's why.
What else do?
All right, I'll just
That's
yes,
a
you were
joke.
right. Resonance. So the difference is in the wood. The wood resonates and then it amplifies the
Yeah,
sound,
the wood.
making the songs become louder. The next important thing I would like to show you is how do we get the sound of the cuckoo, and it's with these two special devices called the bellows. All right. So inside all of our mechanical clocks, there are two of them. All right. And underneath is a whistle-like structure, and on top is the bellow itself, made out of cotton and nylon. Usually in the past, this would be made out of goat skin, but goat skin would dry up, and then you would have to replace the part. So one part of the bellow would sound like this, and the other part would sound. So when you put them together, you have the sound of the cuckoo bird.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
the bigger the bellow, for bigger size clock, medium size clock, and really small clocks,
Oh, yeah.
which we call baby cuckoos.
So complex.
Yeah. So also for the night, we have on the side now a special lever which you can use to switch off the sound of the cuckoo bird, and it won't bother you through your sleep. All you need to do is to push that lever up, and there it is. The bird is gone, no music, nothing. So when you wake up in the morning, you can push that back down, and
Oh,
there she
okay.
is,
That's nice.
waking you up with a sweet voice. The next important thing is how do you wind up your clock, all right? So to wind up the clock, all you need to do is to grab it by the chain and not by the weight. Pull the chains down, pull the weight up. Pull the chains down, pull the weight up. Just like that, very easy. So you don't have to do it the other way around. Do not grab it by the weight, because if you grab it by the weight, then you could simply damage the mechanism inside. Okay? All right. So all in all, we have over 200 clocks here in the shop. The prices are in European currency, and added to that is the European VAT, which we would give to you as a tax deduction. That means you would not have to pay VAT. So we would subtract 13.5%. We will subtract 13.5% from the price if you decide to buy it today. But if you decide to ship your clock, sorry, we'll deduct 13.5%. But if you decide to carry your clock with you, we would give you a tax card which you would use to claim the tax refund. But in that case, it's going to be between 8 to 10% and not 13.5% if you decide to ship. Okay? And also we have our service centers worldwide. That means that you can contact your people. We have service centers in the US, we have service center in Australia as well, and we have service centers in Asia too as well. So that means that you can contact anybody on one of our service centers just in case you have any problems. Okay? And also we will ship, like I said, we will ship to you. The shipping rate is 79 euros. So what your final price would be the price of the clock minus 13.5, then plus 79 euros. It will get you fully insured, and we also have a guarantee of 2 years on our clock. Okay? So all the clocks that you see towards your right are all our battery operated clocks, and all the clocks towards your left and towards the back of me are our mechanically operated clocks. Those are the ones you will need to wind up
you are not
once a day or once a week, as the case may be.
You are not
So that's all I have for you. Thank you, and enjoy the Black Forest. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice explanation.
Men here in the Black Forest, when you see them wear this hat with these red balls onto the pom-poms, that means that they are single ladies and they are open for relationship, right? So you would find some other pictures with women with this, but with black pom-poms. That means that they're already married. Yes. So since your daughter is still a single lady and waiting to get married, and she just moved to a new house, this is a cute clock for her. I don't know if she likes animals too as well. So there's a little dog there as well. And she's ringing the bell.
She loves
And
dog,
she
and the
loves
boyfriend
dogs.
also loves dog.
So good. So she's announcing her status that she's still in the market and open for getting married.
Oh, okay.
So that can be also a cute clock for her as well. Yeah, I won't recommend this.
And it is
unless-
manual, huh? Manual.
Yes, it comes. Yes, it's manual.
Is this
yeah.
1 day or
Yeah,
8
this
day?
is 1 day.
1 day.
This is 1 day. Do you want an 8th day? An 8th day would be a little bit above your budget because
Yeah.
then we would have to go towards the other side.
I think 1 day is cute too. So we have
1 day
we
is
have a
cute.
job.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
job.
but
Yes,
every
it
day
keeps you
you have
active.
to do it. Yeah.
Doesn't matter because we love the Cuckoo Clock, so we have to go close to it.
Yes, of course. So
Yeah.
How much is the difference between 1 day and 8 day?
how much in terms of what cost?
The cost, you know.
So an 8th day for these,
Similar this in 8 days.
you have, it may not be too similar, but you come here and you find like the lady here. Yeah. Oh, this is a 1 day, but now it's music. But an 8th day would be really higher price. She's here, there she is. And you can see the difference in price. It's really different, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm rich, I will buy this one.
Yes.
but
You
but
can-
her house is not big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So basically, there she is again. But now it's a 1 day, but with music. Because now,
I think no need the music.
and then the music is gonna play too as well. So you have that. Yeah. So yeah, you also have another one, small, and there she is too as well. The dog differently. It's a bigger dog on the side as well. She's always ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they call
On
her
the
the bell
bell.
ringer.
Yeah, it's also cute.
Yeah, so this is also cute, not so big, but it's because now it has music and more movement, so that's why it's more expensive.
But if with music, will it not last long because of the music?
No,
and
it will last long.
kaput?
No, it will last long. Because these are not digital. It's a music box. It has a music box inside. Yeah, and the music box plays only 2 songs, so it keeps on changing, alternating. It's also really nice.
Because
You can switch off the music.
Yes,
and
you can switch off the music, you can switch off the cuckoo. In the night, if she wants to go to sleep, here there's a little lever. You just push that lever up like this. And no cuckoo, no sound, nothing. Okay? But in the morning, when she wakes up, she can put that down, and there, the cuckoo is back. You know, so you have nothing to worry about. So you can decide, okay, I want with music, or I don't want with music. Then it will determine, the price. But this is also not so big. You can see it's concise. Yeah, but that is like cute, small, but no music. Yeah. So from here to here, so this is about 2.2 centimeters. Okay, but with the weight, if you want. But what's more important is
it's the body.
the body.
Yeah.
So it's
22,
around 22
about
or
25.
let's say about 25.
Yeah, to the end.
Yeah, plus this one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
25.
so
I
around
can
20
see it.
So around 25 centimeters. And these should be around 20, let's say 32, 33, 32.
32 centimeter.
Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Das läuft auch.